Hi guys, today I'm doing a puzzle collection video and it's basically going to be all the puzzles that I own in the beginning of 2024. So obviously there is not enough room for me to bring all of the puzzles here, so I decided to separate them into different sections and kind of make like a logical sense out of them. So I'm just gonna start with the first one, which are basically wooden puzzles, mini puzzles, and then 3D puzzles. So I'm not gonna go into details with puzzles because I've got too many of them and the video would end up being like 2 hours long. I don't want that, so I'm literally just gonna show them to you. But if you want to hear more details about any of the puzzles, you can always go check my puzzle hauls because I explain in more detail there because there's not that many puzzles in each haul. And also I'm gonna have, well, kind of like 2 surprises in this video. So one is gonna be somewhere throughout. It's just a random surprise. You kind of already know about it, but you know, it's happening now. And then the second one at the end of the video, I'm basically gonna show you, it's almost gonna be like a mini puzzle haul within the puzzle collection because I received the puzzles recently and I didn't have time to record puzzle haul. But I'm doing the puzzle collection today and I kind of already have the puzzles, so I just decided to include them into the puzzle collection. So yeah, I think it's time to just start with the mini puzzles now. The first one is a 100-piece puzzle by Recent Toys and the title of this one is Hot Dog Barbecue Puzzle. I got this puzzle at the Worlds and I assembled it at the airport on the way back, so this one was a really fun puzzle. Up next is a 50-piece puzzle by Wow Games and the title of this one is Pringles. I already assembled this puzzle, it was quite fun. I wanted to give it away, no one really wanted it, so I decided to keep it in my collection because I want to use it for like, if I ever manage to get to that point where I record the, you know, how to glue the puzzles together, I think this one is going to be one of them. Up next is a 72-piece puzzle by Curiosity. I don't think this puzzle has a title, but it's really cute. It's got really like, you know, random pieces, but it's such a small puzzle, it's really difficult to make a video out of this one, unless I would make like a, I don't know, my mini puzzle collection video or something like that. If that's something you would be interested in, please let me know in the comments down below so then I know, you know, if I should make it or not. The next puzzle is a 100-piece puzzle by Educa and the title of this one is Yorkshire Terrier. I got this puzzle specifically to do puzzle chess with my sister and I kind of just haven't gotten around to doing it yet, and I'm not sure if it's per se already, like maybe I've missed my chance, but I'm kind of still holding on to it because I still want to try it even if I don't make a video out of it. It just seems like it's gonna be a lot of fun, but this picture might be too easy for that, or maybe not. And the last mini puzzle I have is a 126-piece puzzle by Puzzly and the title of this one is Urban Waves. This is a handmade puzzle made in Slovenia and I already agreed with the owners that they're gonna let me record the process of how to make them. And now I'm in like in a tricky situation because I kind of want to record that video first, but it's really difficult to find time to, you know, because we are all busy. And then I'm waiting with this one because I want to do the other one first. So yeah, I need to decide what to do with that. But I think it's going to be a really fun process to film. So I'm really looking forward to doing it. And now moving on to the wooden puzzles. And the first one is actually a little bit of a mystery for me. The first one is a wooden puzzle called Mystery Owl. So I literally have no information about this puzzle. It doesn't tell me how many pieces there are, you know, what the cut is, what the company is, nothing. So it'd probably be a time to like open it and assemble it. Maybe do it with the mini collection with the others back there. So I don't think there's gonna be many pieces, it's very thin. Up next is a 326-piece puzzle by Woodbest and the title of this one is Contrasting Color Challenge. I already assembled this puzzle, it was really fun to put together, it only has 2 shapes. And I'm actually using the pieces in my background. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but yeah, because I lost one piece when I had all of the puzzles on my bed and it fell over and all of the pieces shattered across the floor and I could never find that one piece. So I kind of cannot swap this puzzle, so I decided to use it as a decoration instead. The next puzzle is a 759-piece puzzle by Woodbest and the title of this one is Yin Yang. I love this puzzle so much and it's been forever since I got it, but I've moved now and I think it's finally time for me to do it. But I kind of wanted to use it in the, you know, how to glue the puzzles together video as well because I want to display it somewhere. That's why I'm kind of waiting with it because I just don't want to have a stack of puzzles in my flat. So when I finally make the decisions which gluing processes I want to use in the video, then I'm gonna start assembling the puzzles to show them to you. The next puzzle is a 257-piece puzzle by La Munda and the title of this one is Freedom. This is a really pretty puzzle and I'm really looking forward to putting it together. I just ran out of space because I got it in Spain, so there wasn't that many months left to the end of the year. And yeah, it's got such cute pieces in there. I think that's like my favorite thing with wooden puzzles, because they allow themselves to make these crazy shapes that maybe a cardboard puzzle wouldn't be able to hold, because the pieces could break because they would be too thin. So that's one thing why I really enjoy wooden puzzles. They are a lot more difficult though, I'm not gonna lie. And the last wooden puzzle is a 181 piece puzzle by InnovaKids, and the title of this one is Chameleon. This is also another puzzle that I'm really looking forward to putting together, because again, you know, it's very colorful, it's shaped as well, which is really cool, and I don't know what the pieces are actually yet. I opened it once but I forgot. But yeah, I like wooden puzzles, I told you why, so I'm really looking forward to putting this one together too. And now moving on to the last pile of round 1. There's gonna be many more rounds. So this is gonna be the 3D puzzles, and the first puzzle I'm gonna show you is not technically a puzzle, but we've already discussed that and you agreed that it does count as a puzzle. So let me show it to you. It's a Harry Potter Lego set, and the title of this one is Hogwarts Courtyard Serious Rescue. So I got this for my birthday, you've probably seen it because it was quite recent, and yes, I'm gonna make it into a video. There was many people asking to do it for a video, and I'm gonna make it into a video. That's gonna be my first Lego builds on the channel, and I'm actually really scared about it because I don't feel like it's not my comfort zone. But someone mentioned in the comments that the instructions are really clear, so I think I should be fine. The second one is a mechanical model by U-Gears, and the title of this one is Hogwarts Express. So I've actually had this in my collection for a year now because I got it from my mom for my last birthday / Christmas. And the only reason why I haven't done any of those is because they're 3D. And I'm not sure how difficult they are to like disassemble. That's why I'm kind of like postponing when to do them, because I don't know if I have space for them to display them. That's another question for you now. Do you want me to make a video about how to make this puzzle? Because, well, it is a puzzle, but I think it has instructions as well. So yeah, it's kind of like Lego, you know. It's a puzzle with instructions, which is also something that I like, I guess. If it's easy to follow, then I like it. And then for the last 2 puzzles, we have 2 sets of Harry Potter. We've got Astronomy Tower and we've got the Great Hall. So with those 2 puzzles, again, they're 3D builds. They're foamy ones. I've only done like Big Ben once when I was really young. That one wasn't really that difficult because it was really small. So with this one, I'm actually quite terrified, to be completely honest with you guys. That's why also one of the reasons why I haven't done them yet. I'm not worried about where to display them because I think I'm probably just gonna separate them back and maybe, you know, sell them or swap them for something else. I'm not sure if maybe they're gonna be really pretty and then I'm gonna have like a Harry Potter display, but I'm missing one. But yeah, anyway, so these are basically the last 2 3D puzzles that I've got, and also the last 2 puzzles of round 1. So I think it's time to get ready for round 2. Moving on to the next section of the puzzles, which are basically puzzles by countries, if that makes any sense at all. So let's just start with the first one. The first one is a 529 piece puzzle by Dodo Socks, and the title of this one is Kio. So this is a Ukrainian brand and I'm really looking forward to trying it because they're not a puzzle company, so I'm really intrigued to see what the quality is gonna be. Up next is a 1000 piece puzzle by Goliath, and the title of this one is That's Life. It was a little bit difficult to find specific countries for some of the puzzle brands, so I'm hoping that I got all of them right. So this one is supposed to be Australian brands, and I bought this puzzle in Klagenfurt. One friend of mine told me that she's already assembled one of those puzzles and that she basically said this is her new favorite puzzle brand, so that's really interesting. I'm really looking forward to trying it. The next one is a 500 piece puzzle by Libelut, and the title of this one is Family. This is a French brand, if I'm not mistaken, and I got this puzzle actually, well, I didn't get it. It was a competition puzzle. It was from the second competition. So if any one of you knows what Dixit is, it's basically a board game, and then they made specific puzzles where you get a card that you can actually add to your game as well. This one was so much fun to put together, honestly. Up next is a 1000 piece puzzle by Lawrence King, and the title of this one is The World of Sherlock Holmes. This is the puzzle from the UK, and actually I had another one, The World of Jane Austen, and I'm not really that fan of Jane Austen, so when I saw this one I was like, I would rather try the quality on this puzzle than on the other one. So that's why I decided to take this one, and I'm really looking forward to putting it together. The next puzzle is a 1000 piece puzzle by Enjoy Puzzle, and the title of this one is Lady Autumn. I bought this puzzle when I was in Spain because apparently the quality is supposed to be really good, and also they have really amazing pictures. I think this brand is from Romania. I'm not 100% sure, it says on the box, but I couldn't find anything on the website. Now we are moving on to Germany because I've got two puzzles from them. The first one is a 1000-piece puzzle by Pools Entertainment, and the title of this one is Puzzle 2. I don't know how many of you remember the struggles I had with Puzzle 1, with the original one. But for some reason I agreed that they can send me number 2. I don't know why. It does look a little bit easier, so I think, I don't know. I'm scared of it basically, but I think it's gonna be a lot easier than the first one. So I'm not gonna say looking forward to doing it, but if I manage to do the first one, I think this one is gonna be quite a bit easier. And the second one is a 1000-piece puzzle by Lupu, and the title of this one is Duft Puzzle. So I don't think this is actually the title of the puzzle because I think it just translates to like smelly puzzle because it's supposed to have smell, but it's a really old puzzle, so I can't really smell coffee anymore. But it's just something about this puzzle that makes me want to do it, and I just cannot let go of it. Because lately I've been kind of giving the puzzles away. I've got too many, I've been gifting them away, I've been lending them away. I decided I'm gonna start selling puzzles because I'm just getting so many new ones. I literally have no space, and it just stresses me out because they're just everywhere and I've got no time to do them. I've got no space to keep them. So I decided I'm gonna start selling my old puzzles, and hopefully I manage to pay a trip to Spain from them. And now we are moving to Italy, where we've got two puzzle brands as well. The first one is a 1000-piece puzzle by Legami, and the title of this one is Alice in Wonderland. So this puzzle is not actually mine. I borrowed that from Carolina because I wanted to see the difference, because I bought the other puzzle that also has like foil and is the same in the tube. So I kind of wanted to compare the difference between the two. And then once I put it together, I'm going to return it to her. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the difference between the two brands. And the second one is a 1500-piece puzzle by EG International, and the title of this one is Pieces. I've had this puzzle for quite a while. It kind of scares me because it's got a lot of blue and white, so there's not that many colors. But the reason why I got it, like, I'm not really that fan of the picture, but it's got this like metallic feel on the pieces and also on the box, so that's why like I was really intrigued, and that's why I got it. Now we are moving to Polish brands, and I've got two puzzles from each brand, so let's just start with Castelland. The first one is a 2000-piece puzzle by Castelland, and the title of this one is Beauty Show. So I was gifted this puzzle by Castelland when I was ordering the other one, and actually there was another puzzle that I gave to my friend now because she wanted to do it, and I'm actually really looking forward to doing it because what I like about Castelland is they separate bags, so it's more doable for people who maybe lack space or even time. And that's something that I'm really intrigued, because when I opened this box, I actually realized that even the 2000-piece puzzles is done in 2 bags. It's basically a brand that allows you to do larger piece count puzzles without having time or space to do them, if you know what I mean. And the second one is a 4000-piece puzzle by Castelland, and the title of this one is The Spirit Island. So this is the puzzle that I picked for my 4,000 subscribers special video. And I'm actually really looking forward to doing it because it is in 3 bags, which is going to make my life a lot easier. And it's going to be my first ever 4,000-piece puzzle. I know it's a bit different because I'm not going to mix the bags, but I'm going to have 5,000-piece puzzle to follow in 1 bag with a really difficult image, so I think it's going to make up for that. So yeah. And now let's move on to Treffle. The first one is a 1500-piece puzzle by Treffle, and the title of this one is Harry Potter Through the Movies. I already assembled this puzzle and I absolutely loved it because it didn't feel like a 1500-piece puzzle because it's got so many different sections that it was so much easier. And I love Harry Potter, so that was basically a win-win situation for me. And the next puzzle is a 9000-piece puzzle by Treffle Prime, and the title of this one is The Greatest Disney Collection. So this is up to date the largest puzzle of my collection, or like I ever owned or anything like that. So it's 9,000 pieces. It's done in 6 bags, so about 1500 pieces each. But I cannot do it just yet because this one was bought, you know, for the 9,000 subscriber special, so it has to wait a little bit longer. But I'm really looking forward to doing it because I really like how the picture is done, and oh my god, I can't wait to do this one. It's just sitting there in my wardrobe and I keep looking at it and I can't wait to do it. So please keep subscribing so we can get there as soon as possible. And I think it's time to move on to American brands that kind of sort of still fall under the same, you know, puzzles by countries, but I didn't have space on the table for them. So moving on to the US brands now, and let's just start with the first one. The first one is a 1000-piece puzzle by Designworks, and the title of this one is Fruit and Florals. So this is the puzzle that is the second puzzle for comparison to see, you know, the difference in the design or like the foil details and the quality of the pieces and all of that. So I'm really looking forward to putting both of them together because they look quite fun. The next one is a 260 piece puzzle by Mattel, and the title of this one is Harry Potter. So I found this puzzle in a charity shop and I actually found it really intriguing because it's got two things that I really like. So it's basically separated into adult and kids section, and then it also has like a magic decoder. So you have to go around the puzzle and look for the hidden images. The next one is the 1000-piece puzzle by Ibu, and the title of this one is Rome. I got this puzzle from Kay along with those two, and I'm really looking forward to putting them all together because I haven't tried Ibu before and I really like the pictures, so I wonder what the quality is gonna be as well. The next one is a 1000-piece puzzle by Puzzle Twist, and the title of this one is Cheers. I've already done one puzzle by Puzzle Twist and I really like the quality. It was a 500-piece puzzle. So this one is a 1000-piece puzzle, so I'm assuming that the pieces are gonna be a little bit smaller. I really like the Some Things Are Missed collection because it just adds a little twist to the puzzle. So I'm really looking forward to putting it together. The next one is also by Puzzle Twist and is a 1000-piece puzzle with the title of Sweet Surprise. This one is from different collection and it says reveal the color, which basically means that I don't know what the colors are gonna be. And when I'm putting the puzzle together, I think it's gonna reveal another picture. I think I'm gonna have to buy sweets for when doing this puzzle because even now just looking at the picture is making me wanna eat them. And the last US puzzle is a 1000-piece puzzle by White Mountain, and the title of this one is Movies. I've heard so many good things about White Mountain puzzles, so I'm really looking forward to see what the quality is gonna be. It's time to move on to puzzles by brands because now I've got at least 3 in each category and we're just gonna start with Heye puzzles. The first one is a 1000-piece puzzle by Heye Puzzle, and the title of this one is Future Fossils. I was really intrigued when I saw this puzzle because it's just so different and like nothing I've ever done. So I'm not really sure in which direction it's gonna go, but it could be a really easy or a really difficult one. Up next is a 2000-piece puzzle by Heye Puzzle, and the title of this one is Red Dawn. Many of you have probably seen this puzzle. I got it from a charity shop and guess what? All of the pieces are there. Now I've got a different problem because I don't want to put it back in the box. You see the box is empty. So I actually have it assembled because I'm waiting for someone to tell me I want to have it on the wall so I can glue it together or do something. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but it's just, I had it out for about 3 months and it would be kind of heartbreaking to put it back in the box, and it's massive. Oh, I can show it to you. So this is basically the puzzle. It's separated into 2 halves because I don't have a board big enough to fit it in otherwise. But oh my god, this was, yeah. So this puzzle was definitely a difficult one, I'm not gonna lie, but one thing that did help with this rock, because the rock was, the sky was easy, it wasn't easy, but you had gradient in it. In the rock, it's just, everything's the same. So what I've realized is that it's got the same cut pattern on both sides. So I copied the sky bit to do the rock. Is that cheating? I'm not sure, but it did make my life a hell of a lot easier. The next one is a 1000-piece puzzle by Heye Puzzle, and the title of this one is Giraffes. I got this one recently and I really like it, but the more I look at it, the more difficult it looks. I'm kind of looking forward to doing it, but also I'm kind of scared of doing it. Okay, moving on to Prime 3D puzzles, and this is something that you're probably gonna know what I'm talking about now, but you see those 2 puzzles from the first Slovenian competitions? I made a poll about what do you want me to do with them? Do you want me to mix them together and assemble them? And a lot of you guys said that's not a good idea to mix the bags because it would just be a nightmare because you can have a difference in the cuts. And then the second option was to basically give them away, and that one won. Guess what? It won. So I'm gonna be giving those 2 puzzles away. So there's gonna be a giveaway on Instagram. I'm gonna put all of the details in the description box below. But I also know that some of you don't have Instagram. So I'm gonna give you another option to participate as well. That's gonna be also in the description box below, so don't worry. But one thing I do have to say is this is only gonna be open for European Union because it will cost too much to send puzzles abroad. So there are gonna be 2 puzzles to give away. It's gonna go to 2 separate people, so make sure to, you know, join in the fun, I guess. Up next is a 1008-piece puzzle by Prime 3D, and the title of this one is Northern Gannets, Bass Rock, Scotland. I've already done this puzzle, and let me tell you, it's a lot more difficult than it looks maybe at first sight, because what I didn't realize when I got it is that it's a panoramic picture. So it's day to night collection, which means that it gets darker on the sides, which means that basically the hardest parts of this puzzle are not shown on the front of the box. So yeah, it was quite a challenge. And the next one is a 1036 piece puzzle by Prime 3D, and the title of this one is Regatta Storica Venice. So this one, on the other hand, I'm really looking forward to put together because it doesn't have that many dark pieces. It's not panoramic, so basically what you see is what you get, because I've done quite a few from day to night collections, and this one I think is gonna be the easiest out of them all. Moving on to the next brand, is called Jumbo, and I've actually, I think, only done one of their puzzles, but it was the Wojcik one, or Wozgic, I'm not sure how to say it, but I really like that. That's why I'm kind of expanding my collection. So let's just start with the first one. The first one is a 1000 piece puzzle by Jumbo, and the title of this one is Calm on the Canal. So for anyone who doesn't know what wash jigs are, they basically have different types of puzzles. So this is an original puzzle, which basically means don't puzzle what you see, but puzzle what the farmer sees. So basically what he sees, you have to puzzle. Then you've got mystery puzzle, and you've got the destiny puzzle as well, which is the one that I've already done. The destiny one is when you puzzle the future, so it's going to be quite a few years in advance. So it's really fun because the picture doesn't actually match, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one is going to be. The second one is also a 1000 piece puzzle by Jumbo, and the title of this one is Catching a Break. So as I mentioned previously, this one is a mystery puzzle, which basically means don't puzzle what you see, use your imagination and puzzle what will happen next. So that's basically few moments after this picture was supposed to be taken. I don't really know what to expect, but I just like puzzles with a twist because it gives you that extra, like, I don't know, adventure when you're doing the puzzle, if you know what I mean. It's just not like, oh, this is the picture, you're doing the puzzle. I really like when there's something different to spice things up. Up next is a 1000 piece puzzle by Jumbo, and the title of this one is Wojcik Winter Games. So again, this is the mystery puzzle, which basically means that you're puzzling what's gonna happen in a few moments. And I think there's so many things that can go wrong on this picture because it's just there's so many people, so there's so many different things that can change in the puzzles. I assume that this one is gonna be more difficult than the last one. And the last Jumbo puzzle I have is also a 1000 piece puzzle, and the title of this one is Children's Birthday Party. So the reason why I got this puzzle is because there was so many people telling me to try it out because it's just so much fun. And I remember I've done the Where's Wally one before, and it just looked so difficult. But when you're actually putting it together, because you've got so many people in the picture, you know exactly which direction the pieces are turned. And I cannot stress this enough, but this makes a puzzle so much easier, like honestly. So when puzzle looks really busy like this one, and it might put you off of doing it, but really when you're seeing all the details when you're putting the puzzle together, it's so much fun. So this is basically the end of round 3. Was that round 3? I think it was. So we are moving on to round 4 now. So moving on to the next puzzle brand, which is basically Clementoni, and let's just start with the first puzzle. The first one is a 500 piece puzzle by Clementoni, and the title of this one is Mindful Reflection. So my mom got this puzzle for me. I haven't actually done it yet, but it's called Peace Puzzle. So it's linked to like a Spotify playlist, so you can listen to the playlist whilst you're puzzling, and it's supposed to really relax you. So I'm definitely not gonna be speedrunning this puzzle for sure, at least not in the first try. Up next is a 1000 piece puzzle by Clementoni, and the title of this one is The Lighthouse. This one looks actually really peaceful to put together, so I don't think it's gonna be that difficult. The next one is also a 1000 piece puzzle by Clementoni, and the title of this one is The Kiss. This is a puzzle that I also got from my mom, but it's definitely not going to be as peaceful as the last one because this one actually looks like quite difficult. I kind of wish it was a 500 piece puzzle because it just looks like it's going to take a while to finish. The next one is also a 1000 piece puzzle by Clementoni, and the title of this one is New York Lights. So this puzzle is a part of Fluorescent collection, which I've already done one before. It was the Vega one. So I really liked it. Like the camera didn't really pick up the, you know, the fluorescent bits, but in real life it looked really amazing. And I think it's gonna look so cool when it's done, but maybe I should try. Oh, what an idea. Could you imagine if I turn the lights off and try to do it in the dark just by the fluorescent bits? That would be quite a challenge, definitely. The next one also has 1000 pieces by Clementoni, and the title of this one is Marvel. So this is the impossible puzzle, and I think this is the only reason why I haven't done it yet. Even though when I look at it, you know how I mentioned with the Jan van Hasteren ones from Jumbo, when you have faces and people, it's kind of easy to know which direction the pieces are turned, so you don't have 4 directions, you just have one. And I think based on that, if I actually separated all of the pieces and turned them in the direction that they're supposed to be turned, I don't think it will be that difficult. But it's just the fact that it says impossible puzzle is just putting me off of doing it. I've had this one, I brought this one from London and I still haven't done it. That's been like 3 years now. So I'm definitely avoiding it, if you can tell. Up next is the 1500 piece puzzle by Clementoni, and the title of this one is Vintage London. I absolutely love this picture, but I think it's going to be quite tricky to assemble because there's just so much brown. But maybe because the texture is so different, maybe that's going to make it a lot easier. I don't know, but there's been a reason I've been avoiding it. I'm just scared to, you know, dive in because I don't know how long it's going to take me. I just hope it's not going to drive me insane. And the last puzzle by Clementoni is a 3000 piece puzzle, and the title of this one is Old Map. You probably recognize this puzzle because it was on the poll for like which puzzle to do as my first 3000 piece puzzle, and I'm so grateful to all of you for not voting this puzzle. Like, don't get me wrong, I really want to do it because I really like the picture, but at the same time I'm like, it just looks, it's just one color basically. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to sort, you know, and how much the letters are gonna help me know which direction the pieces are turned. So I'm a bit like, I kind of want to do it, but at the same time I'm super intimidated by it. Now it's time to move on to Schmidt puzzles, and I know that the pile looks like it's really small, but really I've got the puzzles already here, so I just decided to keep them in. So I'm just gonna start with the first puzzle now. The first one is the 500 piece puzzle by Schmidt, and the title of this one is Courtyard Garden. So I exchanged this puzzle and I'm gonna use it as a speedrun practice, you know, for the worlds next year, because I think it's got quite a tricky image and it's not something that I'm used to. So I think it's gonna be good to practice on. The next one is a 1000 piece puzzle by Schmidt, and the title of this one is The Mountain Chapel Seasons. So funnily enough, beside the one puzzle that I just showed you, everything else I've got is basically from Thomas Kincaid. So it seems like I really enjoy his art, and you know, the Disney collection is also part of my main collection that is, you know, I don't know how is it called, evergreen, never changes, keep staying with me, basically. I've never done anything from him that is not Disney though, so this is gonna be the first one. So all of the puzzles that I'm gonna show you now are basically 1000 piece puzzle by Schmidt, Disney Dreams collection by Thomas Kincaid. So I'm not gonna keep repeating myself, so all I'm gonna give you now is just titles, okay? The first puzzle from the collection is called Bambi's First Year. So there are only 2 puzzles that I haven't bought from this collection. This is one of them. So once I finish this puzzle, I'm definitely gonna swap it for something or sell it, because I only have space for 10 puzzles and I have to make space for the ones that I actually really absolutely love. The second one is one of my favorite cartoons, and it's called The Lion King. So this is the one that I bought for myself because I just absolutely love it, and I love all of the details in the picture, and it's just something about these puzzles, like when you're putting them together, they just bring so much joy. I don't know, maybe it's just me. The next one I got for my last birthday, and the title of this one is Maleficent. My sister got me this puzzle because, well, she loved it and she knew I'm gonna love it, and I do love it, and it's completely different. It's really dark compared to, you know, all of the other ones, but I think it's just so much fun. The next puzzle in the collection is called Moana. I don't think it's part of the original collection. I think it was added on after, because it's not actually on the back of the puzzle box. I absolutely love the cartoon, but I think the main reason why I got this puzzle is just because of the colors. But I just love it so much, so when I saw it and even the box itself, I was just immediately intrigued to buy it. I'm just so looking forward to putting this one together. They just bring so much joy to me. I don't know. The next puzzle in my collection is called Peter Pan's Neverland. I like the cartoon, but I think the main reason why I got this puzzle as well is because of the colors, because I just love them. And I love the fact that the Disney collection has different colors because you can make really nice displays from them. I just enjoy this collection so much. Up next is a puzzle called 101 Dalmatians. So funnily enough, my first ever puzzle was 101 Dalmatian. I have no idea what brand. I'm still trying to look for it, like I'm trying to find the actual puzzle. I don't think it exists anymore. I remember the picture, but I was so young that I don't know anything else about it. But it was my first adult puzzle when I was like 7 years old, and I've redone it so many times, and this is basically how my passion for puzzles started. So in that sense, I would assume that 101 Dalmatian is gonna be the one that I have to have in my collection, but this is actually the one that I exchanged, because it's just, the picture is not that bright and colorful, so it just doesn't do it for me as much as the other puzzles. The next one in my collection is called Mickey and Minnie in Hawaii. So again, I don't think this puzzle is the part of the main collection. I think it was added on later, but I just really liked that I had to buy it online because it was not available to buy in store in Slovenia. I just love how fun it is, and I also used to read a lot of their stories when I was little, so it's just cute. The next one is the one that my sister added into the collection, and it's called Tangled. So my sister really loves this cartoon, and actually we haven't had it in Slovenia translated when we were kids. It's actually a new one for us. We watched it since we were adults, but it's a really nice story and I really liked it. But my sister likes, you know, those romantic stuff, so she wanted to add it into the collection for when she wants to do it, and I said okay, because I quite liked the picture. So I was fine with that. The next puzzle is the one that started all of this, and the title of this one is Aladdin. So this puzzle is the reason why all of this is happening, and my sister got me this puzzle as a 1,000 subscriber special puzzle, and I had to do it without seeing the picture. And the reason why she got Aladdin one is because it used to be our favorite cartoon when we were growing up, and the quality was so good as well that it just started, you know, this entire thing. Up next is the one that was the second one in my collection, and the title of this one is The Little Mermaid. So basically when my sister got me the Aladdin one, and I wasn't decided that I want to do the entire collection just yet, I went to the shop and bought her this one because I know that she likes it. And that's basically how it all started, because she got me one, then I got her one, and then we were like, maybe we should just create a collection because we really like them. And again, it's a really fun puzzle, and I really love that it's got so much detail. I think that's like my favorite thing about this collection, is just all the details in the puzzle. Just love it. And the last puzzle of this collection is called Beauty and the Beast Winter Enchantment. So this is the puzzle that we both picked because we just liked how it's like wintry. There was another one, it was the Cinderella one that my sister picked, and I absolutely hated it because the box was like twice the size because it had a puzzle mat in there, and we assembled it, and it was so difficult to do the sky section that we decided we are not gonna keep it as part of the main collection. And also that reminds me that my sister actually has two of my puzzles at home. I completely forgot, but it's the Clementoni one. It's basically Disney villains. Well, both of them are Disney villains, it's just two different ones. I'm gonna just show you the pictures here when I do the editing. So I think it's time to move on to the last puzzle brand of this video, so I just need to go get the puzzles now. So moving on to Ravensburger now, which I think is round 5 of today's video. Is just, oh, so many puzzles, and I have to put them all back once I finish recording that. Oh my god. Anyway, so yeah, Ravensburger, and then there is another brand that I added to my collection. It's a completely new brand for me, and it's gonna be like a little teeny tiny puzzle haul at the end of the video, so make sure to stay until the end. And let's just start with the first 4 puzzles because they're basically all from Exit Puzzle Collection. 2 of them are normal collection, 2 of them are from Exit Puzzle Circle, but it's basically the same principle, and I'm not gonna go into too much detail in them. I actually made a video about how to solve exit puzzles, so if you wanna know more about them, you can always check the other video out. But I'm just gonna quickly go through them now. So the first one is a 759 piece puzzle, and the title of this one is The Curse of the Wolves. And then the second one is also 759 piece puzzle, and this one is called Treacherous Harbor. So this is basically the two that are from like normal general collection when they don't form a set or anything like that, which the other 2 they do form a set of 3, and I've only got 2 of them, and they're 919 piece puzzles, and they're called Exit Puzzle Circle. So this one is the Paris one, and this one is London. Oh, I'm running out of space. So I basically need one more, and the third one is called Rome. So once you get all 3 of them and solve them, there is like an extra final solution for combination of all 3 puzzles. And now I'm gonna move on to all 500 piece puzzles I've got from Ravensburger, so I'm not gonna keep repeating myself, I'm just gonna give you the titles. The first one is actually a square puzzle, and it's called Geometric Design. This is the one that I actually liked for a while, so when I saw it at a puzzle exchange I wanted to have it because it's good to practice on, because anything goes now. We had circle puzzles last year, we might have square puzzles this year, so anything Ravensburger is good to practice on. That's why I got this one. Up next is the puzzle from the Worlds from Group B, and the title of this one is New York Postcard. I've got this puzzle in the wrong box, but this is basically the picture of the puzzle, and I've just redone this, actually all 3 of them, because they were at the competition. I just redid them recently because I wanted to, you know, start exchanging my puzzles for other 500 piece puzzles so I can get ready for the competition next year. The next one is also from the Worlds from Group C, and the title of this one is The Archaeologist's Desk. So this is my first ever competition puzzle, so it's really special to me, but I've done it twice now and I think it's time to let it go, so I'm gonna exchange this one as well. And then the last one is also from the Worlds from Group E, and the title of this one is Springtime in Paris. I really like this puzzle at the competition, so I was quite happy to do it. I've already done it once with Donna Louise in Spain, so I've done it second time now solo, and I think it's time to let this one go as well. And now moving on to all the 1000-piece puzzles I've got from Ravensburger, and I'm just gonna start with the first one, which is called Blue Man, Berber Man in Morocco. So I'm not sure if this is gonna be either really easy or really difficult, because you've got the lines to follow, you've got a little bit of gradient, so there's only one way to find out. The next puzzle is called Arctic Wolves. So this one for sure I know is gonna be difficult, because I had it in my last puzzle home. People have said that they've done it and it's really difficult, so yeah. Definitely not looking forward to putting this one together. We used this puzzle as a team's practice puzzle last year, and the title of this one is Bicycle Ride Around the World. So we started this puzzle as a team's practice puzzle, but we never finished it because we had to go, and I kind of had this itch of like unfinished puzzle. So I kind of have to, I don't know, I feel like I have to do it. I want to do it because it looks really good when it's finished, so yeah. This one is actually from the competition, and the title of this one is The 50s. When I first saw this puzzle, I thought it was actually really difficult because you're just so busy. But then after doing Orange Hell, I realized one thing, that it's like it's better to have too much than not enough. The next one is a panoramic puzzle, and the title of this one is Jökulsárlón, Iceland. This is probably one of my favorite puzzles of my collection. It's just the colors, and I don't know, I kind of want to display this one somewhere. I'm not sure if it's gonna fit in my flat, because I do have like purple, but it's not that shade of purple. I kind of have like burgundy more. So yeah, I'm not sure if it would fit, but I just really like it. And I think that's probably also the reason why I haven't done it yet, because I kind of don't want to put it together and then see that I can't put it anywhere, and then I'm gonna have to exchange it. And then the last 1000-piece puzzle of my collection is called Anniversary Puzzle. So this puzzle was actually not made for sale. There's only 1,000 copies, and we are going to be doing something special with it. So, you know, keep an eye out in the next couple of months, because there are going to be some announcements coming regarding this puzzle, and I hope you're going to enjoy what we've got in store for you. And now moving on to the rest of the Ravensburger puzzles with different piece counts. The first one has 1,500 pieces, and the title of this one is Divided Town. So this is the one that I was really scared of doing, but then someone pointed out that really if you split the puzzles in half, it's only two 750-piece puzzles, which definitely makes this puzzle a lot less scary. But still, 750 pieces of repetitive image, not the easiest, but it's still easier to think about it than thinking about it as a 1,500-piece puzzle, if that makes any sense. Anyway. The next one is a 2,000-piece vertical panorama, and the title of this one is Guinness World Records. I'm really looking forward to putting this puzzle together, but it is a 2,000-piece puzzle, and I'm not gonna lie, like, when the puzzle looks busy, it kind of scares me, even though it's probably easier than having specific sections, because there's so much detail that it's easier to look for certain pieces. I've really enjoyed puzzles with a lot of detail, because it's just when you're putting it together, you notice things that you cannot see on the picture, and that's like the best thing in the world. The next one also has 2,000 pieces, and the title of this one is Spirit Island in Canada. So this is the puzzle that I won at the first Slovenian speed puzzling competition, but I already have one puzzle with the same island. I haven't decided if I actually want to assemble this puzzle or not. So yeah, I have to think about it. I've got so many puzzles that I honestly don't have time. Like if it's up to 1,500 pieces, it's okay, because I can put it in my puzzle board and just put it under the sofa. But anything above that is just so difficult for me to handle, because I cannot have a puzzle out for 3 months like I had with the Red Dawn one. It's just never again. And the last Ravensburger puzzle in my collection is a 5,000-piece puzzle, and the title of this one is Hawaiian Viewpoint. So this is the upcoming 5K puzzle for 5K subscribers special video that has got one bag and literally just 2 colors. So yeah, you see what I meant when I said it's gonna make up for the 4,000-piece puzzle done in 3 bags? This is definitely gonna make up for both of them. So I think I'm probably gonna start doing this one as soon as I reach 4,000 subscribers, because I have an impression that it's gonna take me a while. But don't you worry, I'm gonna film everything for you, every day's progress, until we manage to finish the puzzle. I hope we just finish it before we reach 6,000. And as promised, there's a little puzzle haul section at the end, which is basically round 6 of today's video, which is just so long. So all of the puzzles that you're gonna see here are basically from Blue Kazoo, and there's a brand that I've never tried before. So they got in touch with me over Instagram and asked me if I can try out their puzzles because they changed design and it's basically plastic free now. So they wanted to send me some puzzles that I can try out and give them an honest review back. And basically all of these ones are the new ones, and this is still the old design. So he was quite happy that I actually picked that puzzle because I'm gonna see the direct difference between the old version and the new version. So let's just start with the first puzzle now. The first one is a 250 pieces, and the title of this one is Jetstream. I really like this puzzle. I think it's so much fun. I really like the design. It's almost like 3D. It's like it's done from Play-Doh, and you can see the full picture. It's got such nice colors, and I think the assembly is gonna be absolutely amazing. I don't know, there's something about these puzzles. I've got 2 more with the same design, and I think they just look like so much fun. And I've been really looking forward to doing this one so much that I almost already done it, and then I resisted because I said I want to give you like honest real-time experience when I'm doing my first puzzle on camera. So I didn't want to take that away from you, so I'm really resisting to doing this one. The next puzzle has 1,000 pieces, and the title of this one is Meridian. So again, this one the same as the other one. I really like the design. It's just how it's done, like a Play-Doh. And if you see the full picture, you can see how bright and colorful it is. So I think what's really gonna help with putting this puzzle together is you can basically see the lines in which direction the pieces are supposed to be turned. And I think this is really gonna help. I don't know, it's just something about this design that is just really, I just really like them. I've never seen anything like that in a puzzle, and it's just so nice, honestly. Like, I'm absolutely in love with this design. The third one is also 1,000 pieces, and this one is called Out West. So again, I'm not going to repeat myself too much, but it's basically the same principle. If I show you the full picture, this one is a little bit darker, so it's the least favorite out of the 3. It's just the design. There's something about the design, and I think when this one is going to be on a larger scale, it's not going to look as dark. The next one is also a 1,000-piece puzzle, and the title of this one is Triangles. So I haven't done many gradient puzzles, that's why when I saw this one I was kind of like, I have to have it. And if you can see the full picture, it's basically got all the colors, and I think it's going to be quite fun to put together. But I do have to say that it's probably going to be more difficult than just a plain gradient, because you can see there's different shades of color, so it doesn't go from lighter to darker, but it kind of switches a little bit, which is definitely going to make it a little bit more difficult. But at the end of the day, it's still a gradient puzzle, which means it's going to be quite easy to separate the colors, and it's going to break it down to like at least 6 mini puzzles, I guess. The next one also has 1,000 pieces, and the title of this one is Patterns. Now this puzzle I'm honestly scared about because it's just, have you seen it? It's just got the pattern. I don't know, that's what's called mandala, I think it's called. And it's just repetitive pattern with the repetitive color. And I have no idea how this is going to be to assemble. I think this puzzle is going to be a true representation of how good the cut is, because if the cut is good, it should be quite easy to find, you know, what goes together. But if you have misfits and stuff, I think this puzzle would be your worst nightmare. So I think this puzzle is definitely going to be a true representation of the quality of the cut. The next one also has 1,000 pieces, and the title is The Traveler. It doesn't look that colorful from the front, but if you show you the back, you actually see that there's a lot of color in this puzzle. And I think it's actually going to be quite easy and straightforward to do. But one thing that concerns me is the pink man, because there's quite a lot of pink and it doesn't look like it's got gradient in it. So I think this is going to take me, it's probably going to be the last thing to do, and it's probably going to take me quite a while to finish it, to be honest. So the next 2 puzzles I left for last because I wanted to give you, you know, head-to-head comparison from new version to the old version. So they're basically both 1,000-piece puzzle, and this one is called Jupiter and this one is called Sun. The reason why I want to compare them like head-to-head is because this is the only puzzle I have from the old collection, and this one is from new collection. So they're both round puzzles, and I wanted to show you what the difference in the box is, because obviously I haven't opened the puzzles yet. I don't know what the other differences are, but this is just what I can tell from the actual boxes. So the first thing that I want to talk about is basically the wrap. So as you can see, this one has a wrap on, it's very reflective, and this one doesn't have a wrap on, but it does have the little stickers on the side, What's different about these stickers is that they actually have like a section without the glue, so it's really easy to go behind and just pull it off, which is not normally the case with other puzzles. So this is definitely a plus. I really like that. Also, for this one you can see that you've got the full picture in the front, but for this puzzle the full pictures are always in the back, and in the front I think you actually have the up to scale picture. I'm not completely sure because I haven't done the puzzle yet, but this is the impression that I've got. It's basically like when you finish the puzzle you would be able to place this somewhere in the middle of the puzzle and it would fit with the pattern. I might be wrong, like I said, I haven't done it yet, but this is just the impression. The next thing that I really like, and that's probably just me, well, it's probably not just me, but I really like things that, you know, shiny things. So one thing with this puzzle, the 1,000 pieces is done, it shines, you know. The title also shines in golden. The brand is done with the silver, and also on the back you've got the outline on the puzzle in gold and the name again in gold. So those are the things that don't really add to the quality of the puzzle, but it's just as a customer, it just gives you such a better experience. I don't know, even like the box itself, if you think about having it displayed, look how pretty it looks, you know. It made me want to actually change my entire collection and just put those puzzles there because they're just so pretty. But oh my god, I need to try them now because I need to know what the quality is gonna be, and I need to let you know what the quality is gonna be. But I'm sure just from what I've seen from the outside of the box, it seems like it's gonna be quite good on the inside as well, but it's still to find out. So that's basically it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed seeing my collection. I hope the video is not gonna turn out being like an hour long. I have to basically put all of the puzzles back now, so I'm gonna have to go, and I'll see you next time. Bye!